Lisa, can you reflect on what has occurred today?
Oh, yes, I can. First of all, this just really goes to show how easy it is for the police to lie and for reports and everything to be manipulated. That's one of the reasons why I really want to go forward with this more than anything. I want to make a couple of comments. When they kept saying that, oh my gosh, well, she didn't make a complaint against the guy. I didn't get a chance to because as soon as I came home from that, that protest, a couple of days later, I get in the email that the state is coming after me. We have videos showing how that guy was. Notice where the prosecutor stopped that recording. The recording that they showed, they stopped it like midway. What they don't show is all the people gathering and the people telling the police, which can be clearly heard, what happened and how that guy came after me. We also have another video that shows the whole thing from a different perspective, that he was coming after me. I was never on any megaphone. When I go to these events, I go to support primarily because, first of all, I'm glad that I don't have to organize it. Trust me, I have a lot that I do. I'm glad to see people in the suburbs, a diverse group in the suburbs organizing it. I want to make sure that the voices of the Palestinian people are heard. So I always go there to support. And usually at the end of the demonstration, I will usually ask if I can make an announcement as they give people the opportunity to do. On that particular day, because I did not have any bullhorn in my hand, I took an Uber and got there 3:45. Actually, 3:41. That it can be proven. I have the records. I got there 3:41, and I happen to be the only black person in the protest. Right. I don't think it's hard to miss me. Really, I don't. I don't see how you could think you saw me. I don't see how you could think you saw my tall person, the only black person there, one of the only black people. I don't think how you could think that you saw me on a bullhorn. But anyway, that's what they're claiming. But 3:41. The protest started at 3 o'clock. I got there 3:41. And then when I got there, I went live for about 8 minutes, so you could clearly see I was not on the bullhorn at all. Then other people were still speaking. I like to give them the chance to speak. It was at the end of the vigil where I said, can I make an announcement? That's how I happen to have that bullhorn in my hand, which is not mine. I did not bring it. It's a little plastic one. I can show you mine when I do an event. And I'm not putting anything down. But I can show you when I do it. When I do an event, and I would rather get all the permits because I just don't want any hassle. I'm like, this will be the thing they won't hassle me about. And I will have the permit for the sound. I've got like about 2 years of doing that. So why am I going to come to South Orange and not do that? Yeah. It doesn't even make any sense. And when I bring a bullhorn, it's a bullhorn. And so, but in that particular day, I just wanted to make an announcement. And I happened to have the megaphone in my hand, and I made the announcement at about approximately 4:30, I would say. It was at the end of the vigil. And then that's when I hear all this commotion because this unhinged person came running into the area. And that's when you can hear me starting out saying we don't have to engage him, trying to diffuse the situation. But we have two videos. We have two videos. And this just goes to show how much they lie and manipulate everything. This just goes to show. I know. Because they say that they put me down as a complainant. I was not the one who called it. Somebody else called it. But people were saying that the guy was coming after me. So this is a situation where it is being reported that a white person is coming after a black woman. I can tell you every single time. This ain't my first rodeo in this area. Every single time, it has always been they would side with the white person and they will manipulate and lie on their reports, and we can see how they're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, that was a verbal assault. Why wasn't he charged with verbal
nothing?
Assault?
They were okay with that.
He wasn't charged?
Not with verbal assault, nothing like that, no. But they're coming after me. And when they sit up there and talk about the judge goes, well, she didn't make any complaint against him, I immediately get the complaint in the mail that they're coming after me. So you think I'm going to trust the system that's going to turn around and come after me?
That's right.
I'm supposed to report to them. Like I said, this is not my first rodeo. I'm not going to be too much longer, but what let me know that I had to become a strong activist, what let me know that I was never going to find any kind of justice with this system and with among the people was when I had a horrible incident in Millburn, New Jersey in 1991. I was on the train and had to unexpectedly, I had a train ticket from Orange to Maplewood, had to unexpectedly go to Millburn, the next stop over, the exact same fare. And the way the conductor treated me because my ticket didn't exactly match, was incredible. He berated me so bad they called the Millburn police on me, and the Millburn police come and they immediately take his side, curse me out for over an hour, tell me they don't ever want to catch me in their neighborhood again. They wrote a false police report, which, by the way, the state of New Jersey took the position that there's nothing unconstitutional with anybody writing up a false police report.
Like we see today.
Yeah,
And
like
when
we
I
see
see
today,
here
yeah.
that a police report, oh, well, that ain't testimony. Why isn't it? Well, that means they can lie on their reports, and they're not going to be held accountable because they wrote a report. A report should be testimony. A report should be allowed to be admitted as that. That's how they lie. That's what they argued in my case, and it was a horrible case. And then in 1997, I'm going to work in New York City. I'm crossing the street. I get hit by a minivan. White guy hits me. White officers show up on the scene. How do you think that happened? They lied on the police report. They said no accident happened. They completely erased it for him. As we can see that they're doing with this guy right here, the one who was clearly the aggressor.
Clearly.
But they're saying that's all right. And the fact that you had people out here, this is not even about Palestine. This issue is not even about that. It's not even about not about that. It's about how they were viciously treating me and lied and manipulated the police report, and to see people pro-Israel out here, yes. What message are they giving?
It's okay for the white folks to stand up, but when a black woman gets
They were just here screaming at me when I walked in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were here because they believe in that. They like that system of oppression and racism. We know that New Jersey is trying to pass some ridiculous laws. That's what that was. They were about, do that to them. Do that to them.
Yeah, they were calling us anti-Semitic and Hamas and all of that.
They make their living off of oppression of people, off of shutting voices up, off of corruption. I don't ever want to live like that, period. That's why I'm so proud of the Black liberation struggle. I want to thank everybody for being here, the Uhuru movement, my comrades in South Orange, Maplewood, and this just gives everybody an example. I just have to say this because Black people have been living with this no matter what. Black and brown folks have been living, also pro-libertarian, hands off Uhuru people as well, have been living with this every single day of our lives. And this gives a concrete example of how they do that. So I want to hear from them how they're going to be able to talk about that. They saw me at 3 o'clock with a bullhorn, and I didn't get there, and I was using it.
But Lisa, I mean, if it was an illegal gathering, why didn't they stop at the time and say,
Yeah.
where's
you would think that if they heard all this noise,
That's the
right, that they would have stopped
These
it
guys
then.
don't do their jobs very well,
Right.
apparently.
I mean, if people are making a whole lot of noise, you would think that they would, and the police are right there watching it, you would think that they would stop it then instead of waiting until 3 days later to come after them.
They weren't good witnesses.
Right, they didn't ask anybody about who organized this. There was no conversations like that at all about who organized. They didn't do that.
And this thing with they talked to he talked to the police supervisor, and the supervisor talked to the attorney, and then they decided. So that was, they didn't know it was illegal. These cops don't know the law, apparently. They don't.
No, they don't.
Well, they know how to
They
enforce
never
it.
do.
And that the prosecutor,
That's
the prosecutor, you know, as Black people, New Jersey is a blue state. It's blue MAGA. That's what it is.
And a black prosecutor.
Black prosecutor, Black chief of police.
Yeah.
And you gonna make officers.
He is pathetic.
Yeah,
He's a pathetic man.
I want you all to please remember at the point that they stopped the video they had. Because and another thing, I mean, this is gonna be something hard for me to prove, but it seemed like my voice was really, I thought, amplified. I'm gonna send you all the video, but how it sounds. My voice is louder because I'm close up to it.
Yeah, of course.
My
You're right next to the phone.
Right.
My phone is,
Yep.
so it's gonna
They had no evidence that it was loud. They did not present. It was just ear witness testimony.
And I know you guys move on that corner. I wasn't
Right.
there that day. But
Yeah, you're allowed to
You're allowed
picket in one spot.
You aren't allowed to stop and stand at a protest.
But you could picket too. So like, and everyone was moving.
Right, but they were doing that, but at some point, so when you stop and stand,
Yeah, it's okay. You can take a break. Yeah,
You know,
They say
come
what
on.
loud
Apparently
was.
it wasn't
what's the
illegal
dec-
until
what's the
they
decibel
just
they did.
loud.
Yeah, it's arbitrary.
This has to be
Every
written about.
municipality has a decibel.
Right, except that they didn't say anything about
No,
decibels.
They never spoke about
Did
it.
they? Yeah.
Right, but you can also tell I
Right,
don't need
right,
a megaphone.
right. I think he should be in
I
on
don't need a megaphone. I really don't need one.
No,
But
I
it's just
know. I was going to
ridiculous.
say those
And it just
plastic
goes to
ones.
show the corruption. I want them to explain to me how 3:45 I got there 3:45, and then I went live immediately so we can.
And that doesn't jive with the time that they gave on their
Clearly
thing.
see for at least 8 more minutes. So whatever they claim I was doing had to happen from like 4 on, and other people spoke.
And they don't have any pictures to prove it either.
I just want to say something right now.
Yeah.
There's a strong sister right here, a very vocal,
That's right.
passionate sister right here. We gotta look out for one another. We gotta stand with Lisa. That's right. But the same rules apply for each and every
Yes,
one of us.
yes,
Okay?
yes.
This is the time, you know. Let's not kill us, okay?
So-
Let's not kiss it. We got a long journey ahead of us. As movements grow, solidarity grows
Yes,
as well.
yes.
It is growing.
And thank you so much.
And there will be a report on this on Fight Back Better by tonight.
And
Okay.
also
Okay.
observe who all the color of all the different. There was a certain pattern that I saw
Oh, yeah.
that I've seen every
Yeah.
time I've come here. I have been now like 3 court sessions, the virtual one. All these black and brown people, primarily black, but majority black, and then a couple of.
And it's a mixed tap. So it's a mixed tap. So it's like revenue. It's-
But actually,
It's not representative of the town.
no,
Yeah.
actually, South Orange is majority, although it's diverse, but majority white.
but they're not in court.
No, South Orange maybe was the majority white. But I bet, hey, going to the bank, you're gonna see a completely different scenario. Going to any of these employment places or any of these offices.
Go into a Starbucks. You'll see what
Right.
in the diversity
Right.
is compared to the court.
Right. Go into the businesses and you're
Yeah.
gonna see. Let's see if we see the diversity there. Let's see if we see as much diversity as we
I think
see in
that's
the
what I was
court
most
with all the
Court isn't
defendants.
diverse. It's overrepresentation.
Exactly.
People of color.
All
I mean,
the
it's not
defendants.
diverse.
All the defendants. are
Every
gonna
single
be
one.
black.
Every
Yeah.
single one. today.
Everyone today. Last time it was the majority
Every
of them.
single one.
Yeah, every single one. They were, and they probably, I bet they were driving through. They probably didn't even live in South Orange.
Like they
Do
do.
you want the smoothies up the block in this deli here or just by here?
You know something? I just remembered.
I'll be in touch with you.
Right, Marty, thank you. Let me just check.